Right, so friendly agenda today. I'm riding solo, so unfortunately Christina's not well. Dan has obviously got a massive hangover because he went to pension last night. Beth was AWOL and Mark was otherwise engaged. So I'm left to carry the torch on my own today. Today I'm I'm in Arundel today. The reason I'm doing this in the car is because the weather is awful. So yeah, I'm braving the elements. We're going along to St Nicholas Church in Arundel. Excuse me. We're talking about homelessness. So it's Worting Churches Homeless Project. Decorating the Christmas tree, which is a fundraising project. So I'm going to go and speak with them, hopefully, get a little interview and see what's going on, see what they're all about. So, yeah. I'm here with Kaytlin from the Worting
Churches Homeless Project.
Brilliant.
It's a long name, I know.
Yeah, but it does what it says in the tin. So, yeah, we're here today at St Nicholas Church in Arundel, and you've put on this fantastic event today, which is about, what's it about?
So it's a Christmas tree festival.
Okay.
And the sort of prospect is that people come along to the event. It's free to enter, but we do have a big sort of donations bowl that if people feel that they'd like to make a donation to the cause, and they can do so. And I've got about 19 different trees, all sort of jotted around the church in like a circle, so that when people walk in, it sort of follows it the whole way round. And it's free to enter, and there's loads of different people who have decorated trees. So we've got like the Arundel Rotary, the Wetland Centre in Arundel, we've got our own Christmas tree, and we've got businesses such as like Sarah Louise Designs, which is a textile shop in Arundel. Yeah. We've also got Faith Through Action, and sort of like a different variety of people, so it puts on the best sort of event because each tree is going to be different. Yeah. So people can come along, look at which tree that they like the best, and then we've got a big voting board they can stick little stickers on, and then at the end the winner will sort of get a shout out on our Facebook page. And then we also get lots of prizes donated for our tombola, lots of homemade and handmade knitted items for our craft store, donated cakes and tea and coffee, and also 2 hampers for a raffle. So it's quite a big event to organise, but it's well worth it.
Yeah, because I mean, homelessness goes on all year round.
Oh yeah, 365 days.
Yeah, but we tend to just think it gets worse at winter because it gets colder, and at Christmas time we think about it more because it's the season of goodwill. But what do you think about homelessness?
Well, I think there is some truth to that when it is winter, it is very critical due to how cold it is. I mean, I know you go about your daily life and you might have to walk to your car for a little bit and you complain about how freezing cold it is. And I just can't even imagine what that would be like to sleep out in every single day, all night. It's enough to drive anyone to insanity, I guess. Yeah. But it is a problem all year round, and it's just because it's a little bit warmer doesn't mean that it's more pleasant. No. It's just a different sort of uncomfortable sort of situation, and unfortunately, although we are very lucky that we do get a lot of people helping over Christmas, it would be fantastic if we could get sort of more support during the whole course of the year as well. What
do you think about homelessness? Do you think it's getting worse? Is it?
Oh, definitely. I think we're seeing an increase in people using our services, and we're seeing more people with lots of different needs, and it is simply just getting worse and worse. And unfortunately, it's one of those issues that it's not going to get any better unless the whole community stands up and does something about it.
That's a good point, because it's great that we've got these people like yourselves doing it. I think everybody needs to get involved, and
completely,
because it's in 2017, it really irks me that people are still homeless and rough sleeping.
It's a sad truth, and I think it can be quite frustrating for people, especially when, as a charity, you know, we really rely on volunteers to do a lot of the jobs for us, because we simply cannot afford to have staff members. Yeah. We've got about 60 staff members and over 260 volunteers, and we need more. You know, we will never turn a volunteer away because we're always in need of volunteers, and it takes a lot. We need to raise over like £500,000 a year just to keep our services running.
What do you think about what governments do? Do they do enough?
Well, I think, again, we're quite lucky that West Sussex County do sort of financially support our local assistance network.
Okay.
So that's an operative that we do in Littlehampton and Worthing. And this means that if a client comes to our services and says, I need electricity, I've run out, we can give them a sort of a £10 electricity card, and the West Sussex County provide that for us. But in terms of sort of housing and sort of things like that, unfortunately more needs to be done, and until everyone sort of steps up to the plate, it's going to just simply continue as it is.
Great. So, a bit of a dour note, but at least, we've got people like yourselves that are doing these events. Hopefully we can bring more and more awareness to homelessness, because it is getting worse. I think the population in Brighton seems to have gone up recently. I don't know why that is. Do you have any feelings on why that is?
Honestly, the reason that someone becomes homeless, there are so many different reasons. There's not just one type of person who is homeless.
No.
We get all ages, ages of 18 all the way through someone's 80s. Yeah. Men, female. We work with over 1,000 people each year, and not one of their stories is the same. One of them could have lost their job, and I'm sure, we're all aware how difficult it is nowadays to get a job.
Yeah.
I've got friends who have got not only degrees but also masters. They're still unemployed 3 months later. It is so difficult, and if you don't have that family support, and you're not lucky enough that you have that money in your pocket that you can support yourself for that long, it is only a matter of time before you're on the streets yourself.
What are the long-term solutions?
Well, it's quite lucky that we sort of offer different workshops amongst our services. So we don't just offer a roof over their head, we also have counselling and key work and job interview skills and CV writing and art workshops and creative writing workshops. And we also support them if they want to do a course, or maybe they're interested in becoming a teacher. We can help them along that journey.
Giving people that hope, and
it's opportunities. Without the help
vision
and opportunities that we give them, they might not be able to ever do it. So it's important to actually give people the potential to do things with their life, and not just turn your back on them just because they're on the streets and people think, they've done it to themselves, or they're all drug addicts, and it's just not the case.
Yeah.
Honestly, there is such a small percentage of our clients who have addiction needs, and they have only become addicted due to becoming homeless. Of course, you are going to get the odd one who has become homeless due to an addiction, but it's not as big as people think, and that is such a huge stigma against it. I mean, honestly, I can't say that if I was to become homeless that I wouldn't turn to alcohol just to get myself through the night, because you're on an empty stomach and people treat you in such an appalling way. I don't blame them.
Okay, right. Well, thanks very much.
Thank you for interviewing me.
Great to speak to you. I'm going to have a look around at the Christmas trees, and I'm going to choose my favourite one.
Yeah, please do. There are loads. Feel free to film them and look at our craft store and have some tea and cake and have a go on the raffle.
Super. Thank you very much, Kaytlin.
Thank you.
So, that was some friendly agenda. That was the Worting Churches Homeless Project at St Nicholas Church in Arundel. So, yeah, that was great. It was good fun. So next up the friendly agenda is the burning of the candles in Brighton. So, yeah, looking forward to that one.